Okay, good morning everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just wait, I am starting. Okay, so good afternoon everyone. So today we'll discuss the previous topics we have to conclude the inverse jet transform method. So you know that in this inverse jet transform method there are four methods are available. So number one, that is the direct division method, and number two, computational method, number three, that is the partial fraction expansion method, and number four is inversion integral method. So last class we have to discuss also, this is the direct division method. Okay, so we have to see in this method how it is calculated, the direct division method for a jet transform, inverse jet transform. Okay, next another method, that is the computational method. So in this computational method, it is very important for your inverse jet transform methods. Just wait, I'm sharing my whiteboard. My whiteboard is visible, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so today we will discuss the second method for the inverse jet transform calculations, that is the computational method. So first of all, you have to know what is computational method. So this computational method, it is basically uses in our MATLAB functions. So all of you learn the MATLAB, how it is operate, how it is programming, and what is the basic circuit we have to learn from the MATLAB different versions. Okay, in your simulation lab and power electronics lab and power system lab, all of you use these MATLAB applications also. So you know that using these MATLAB functions, okay, we have to solve the computational method for a inverse jet transform method. So basically it is classified, or it is applied, first of all, MATLAB applications or approach, and number two, that is the difference equations, difference equation approach. So this computational method we have to solve into these two categories. First one is the MATLAB applications also, another one is the difference equations. Okay, so in our MATLAB applications, so we have to take a one examples. That means you have to give in the one equations, that is gz, this is equals to 0.4673 z inverse minus 0.3393 z inverse 2, and denominator part 1 minus 1.5 327 z inverse plus 0.6607 z inverse. Okay, so you have to give in this type of functions. So first of all, you have to finding the inverse jet transform, then you have to calculate for the MATLAB applications, how it is solved the MATLAB form also. Okay. So now we know the function that is previously we have to know either it is also kt or sometimes it is also k. So these are the same thing. The value is when 1 for k is equal to 0, and when delta 0 kt it is 0 for k is not equals to 0. Okay, so we have to know. So this is the basically k is the basically different functions of sampling period. So k is changes every variables, that is sampling timing, it changes 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So now assume that xk, the input to the system, that is gz. Gz basically that this is the basically input of the these functions also, and this is the basically called in our invert jet transform method. This is Kronecker delta input. So it is the Kronecker or delta input. This is basically another not it is given. This is the basically x of k, that is when is 1, that is k is equal to 0, and xk when it is 0, that is k is not is equal to 0. So this is basically called the Kronecker delta input functions in the computational method. Okay, so now the jet transform of the Kronecker delta input function is, that is x of z, this is equals to 1. So now you have to rewrite these functions, that is a previous input function, that is gz. You know that you have to idea that is a transfer function in the control section, that is a control system. So transfer function, this is the basically ratio between the output of the functions to the input of the function. So we have to problem solve in our first control system part in the transfer function, how it is calculated using the block diagram method and as well as also signal flow graph method. Is it right or wrong? Please respond me. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So using the Kronecker delta input function equation, that is the previous equation, we have to give in a one number, that is the equation number 1. So equation 1 can be rewritten as that is gz, that is equals to, you know that output of the system to the input of the system, that is yz by x, and function is given into the questions, that is a 0.4673 z inverse minus 0.3393 z inverse 2. This is the numerator part and this is the denominator part. 1.5327 Z inverse plus 0.6607 Z inverse. Now you have to calculate, these are the basically highest power, that is a Z inverse 2, that is a negative regions also. So we have to accommodate this basically power, it is converted into the another part also. So we have to written these equations, that is 0.4673 Z minus 0.3393 Z. Sorry, this is not Z, because we have to multiply the Z inverse 2 into the numerator part to the denominator part also. So that's why the equation it is also changes in this pattern. So Z square minus 1.5327, this is also Z because they are minus to the power minus 1, plus this is minus 2, that means the only 0.66 or 07. Okay, so we have to only change the power of the inverse term. So equation number 2. So now we have to apply the MATLAB functions. So in our MATLAB function, we have to use this finding the inverse Z transform method, equation 1 or equation 2. In our MATLAB programming, we have to written the simple programs. So here the Kronecker delta input. So in MATLAB, the Kronecker delta input is given by, that is x is equal to 1 and zeros of 1, number of terms is n. Number of terms is n means you know that the k value is changes, that means k is 1, 2, 3 dot dot dot. So this is the highest power, this is the n is the highest power of the k. Okay, so this n is the correspond to the end of the discrete time duration. So here where n corresponds to the end of the discrete time duration of the functions. Okay, is it clear all of you up to this point? Now you have to written these equations, that is we have to calculate it, that is the z equals to, that is the these functions also, and also this is the another one, inverse functions of the these functions also. So now using these equations we have to written, I'm written one times again, that is yz is equals to, that is the zz, this is equals to the function, that is 0.4673z minus 0.3393 z squared minus 1.5327 z plus 0.6607. Okay, so the inverse Z transform of gz, that means these functions, is given by, that is y is equal to 0, first function, because you know that in our previous sections we have to changes the limit, that is the k tends to infinite, you know that. So here this 0 1 2 and so on dot dot dot, so these are the basically change of the different region of the different sampling period or functions. So let us obtain that is y of k up to, that is k is equals to here is 40. So 40 is the highest power in that functions also. So this n is equal to, that is 40. But you have to one thing is remember that in our MATLAB functions, these functions I am written here in mathematically this y of k, this k is changes, that is the value of 0 to 40. Okay, but when you have to use in MATLAB functions, okay, in MATLAB functions, this yk, that is k is considered 1 to 41. Okay, because in MATLAB this 0, it is not 0 number column, that is 0 number column, it is changes into the column number 1. So these are the same thing, 40 duration you have to see here, but numbering is 1 to 41 in the MATLAB, and mathematically we have to written that is 0 to 40, that is also 40 sections. Okay, is it okay all of you? Now
Yes.
to obtain the inverse Z transform of function of gz with MATLAB. So you know that this is basically numerator part and this is the denominator part. So enter the numerator and denominator as follows. So when you have to written this MATLAB functions, there are two terms is coming. One is numerator, and this NUM, that is the short term of numerator. Here numerator is 0, first function, that is the first constant term, then 0.4673, and another one minus, this one is the numerator part, that is the minus 0.3393. This is a numerator part of the MATLAB functions. Another one you have to see, that is a denominator part. So this DEN means denominator part, that is also 1 minus of this one plus of this one. So I am written that is 1 minus 1.5327, another one 0.66. Okay. Now we know that, sorry, 1 minute. So enter the chronometer delta input, that is x, that is 1. Another function you have to know, that is the zeros. Range is first of all 1 and highest power here 40. Okay, so we go to the next slide, next page. So the command is when you have to written the MATLAB functions, you have to given the different commands. So enter the command that is y is equal to filter numerator comma denominator comma x. X is the basically Kronecker delta input for the computational method for inverse Z transform variables. Okay. So now obtain the response that is y of k from k is equal to 0 to k is equal to 40. I am given the previous also. Mathematically, we have to calculate here the maximum value is 40 also. Now, in our MATLAB, how it is written. So I am written the MATLAB program. Some of samples you have to clear the idea how it is written in this functions computational method for the inverse Z transform method. So MATLAB program for this problem, that is the particular functions. So command is in our MATLAB there are some command we have to use. That means first percentage. The question is title is finding inverse Z transform. Then percentage here also finding
सर मैटलैब में तो कमेंट नहीं भेज रखेंगे तो चलेगा सर.
यस सम मतलब इसका तो बहुत सारे वर्जन होता है, आप लोग तो मतलब आइडिया है. So some of version there are not uses any comment also. So in our different versions there are the previous versions in our MATLAB. So some of command you have to give in for the particular any operation. That means inverse Z transform method we have to use this type of numerator and denominator function. Okay. So finding the inverse Z transform, we have to given the functions is gz here in this problem particular. Yes, same as
3150 था, 3300 बचा है.
अरे पे उधर 150 इधर 90.
because mute yourself.
40.
Okay, so next line is finding the response, the response of the system you know the function that is the yz divided by xz. We have written the transfer functions that is gz of output to the system to the input to the system. So to the and another one that is the Kronecker delta input. Okay. Next line, percentage. Enter the numerator and denominator. One minute. of the function of Gj. Now you have to know that is the numerator value you have to put, that is the 0.4673. Another one is the minus of 0.3393. This is the numerator part. Another one, denominator part, you have to know, that is 1 and minus of 1.5327. Another one, 0.6607. Because you have to given all symbolic into this programming. That otherwise, this is basically the syntax error is given. Next is percentage. Enter the Kronecker or delta input X, and another one is filter comment. So the function that is y is equal to, we have written it previously, that is filter, numerator, denominator, and the Kronecker delta input functions. So the function is x is equal to 1, that is zeros is 1 to 40 divisions. Another one, y is equals to filter, numerator, denominator, and Kronecker delta input functions. So this is the basically one examples of sample examples for the given computational method for the inverse J transform. Now you have to execute the basically result for the y of k. K's ranges is 0 to 40. So when this program is executed, the output that is yk, it is basically value is coming, you know that is 40 value is coming, that is because you know that the range is k is 0 to 40. As follows. So sum of value we have written, everyone been not written by this class time. So first of all, first column, that is column, in that case 1 to 7, and then another this column is 8 to 14, and so on. So this 0 to 40, that is a case value is changes 0 to 40 ranges. So different value is coming. So first we have to written, that is the columns 1 to 7. 7 means that is the row, एक रो में that is the 7 डेटा हम लोग को यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं. So first value is 0, then 0 point, that is the k of 0, that is value is given 0. Then k of 1, when k is equal to 1, the value is coming this one, and so on. This process is continue, that is the, sorry, this is a 9, k is equal to 2, then k is equal to 3, then k is equal to 4, then k is equal to 5, then k is equal to 6. So this value, it is different changes. Okay. So column 1 to 7, then column 1 through 8. Okay, sum of value is also given. Last column, you know that here column are 36 to the 41. So value is coming 0.0002. Another, it is also same. मतलब जितना increase करोगे value, मतलब towards the infinite range, the value is here. You can see these are the, it is sometimes it changes or sometimes it is not changes. That is 0.002, then 002, again it is also coming 002, then again 000002, then again 0000002, and lastly you have to see 00001. Sorry, so last value it is coming, that is 0.000. So this is the basically one of table we have to consider from the MATLAB computational method. So you have to see that we have to apply the different k value, that is k is equal to 0 to 40. The different value is coming. So when you have to plot it, this value of the output of the y, one graphical form is coming. I am drawing here. So in our MATLAB function, so we have to calculate the value, that is y of 0, first of 0, then y of 1. Y of 1 means that is k is equals to 1. That means function y is equal to y of 1, that is 0.4673. Then y of 2, that is also 0.3769. That is also y3 is equal to 0.2690. So and so on. This process is continuing. You know that. So last, that is the when k is equal to 40, that means y is equal to y40, the function value is 0.2201. Okay. So this is the basically different value we have to calculate it from the MATLAB functions by easily. Okay, you have to written the simple programs, sum of comments you have to given, and you have to given the particular numerator value and denominator value. Then this is also changes also. Okay, so everyone write your name and roll number in the chat box also. Pranav is present.
Yes, sir.
प्रणव कहाँ थे इतना दिन?
सर बाहर गए थे सर, इतना दिन नहीं तो 2 दिन क्लास।
2 दिन, अच्छा ठीक है, क्लास करो, सभी टीचर आप तुमको ढूंढ रहा था. Okay, so Pranav, you take a screenshot. Okay, then after ending the class, you have to send me.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have to put the value in graphically for the different value of the numerator and denominator. I'm drawing here. This is basically value changes for the yk, and another one is the different k is the value is given here to, that is k is equal to 0 to 40. Now this is the 0 line. This is the 0. Again I am drawing at first. Okay. That is 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, and 1, and so on. Another one, this is the positive ranges value of the y, and this is the negative, that is the, you know, that minus 0.2, minus 0.4, minus 0.6, minus 0.8, and so on. That is the one, and then another part. Okay, so this is the basically first term here, 0, and another circulations, and the ranges is different. Five, one minute. Ten, 15, or 20, 25, or 30, 35, then 40, and so on. So this process we have to easily changes in the different value of ranges k. That is k is equal to 0 to infinite range of one-sided jet transform method. So now you have to return. So this is the basically k of the value of the k. We have to return here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am gapping for the 5 of central gap. That is 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And you know that that is the minus 0.2, minus 0.4, minus 0.6, minus 0.8, and minus 1. This is, you know, that 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, and 1. So now you have to put the value from the previous tables. So first you have to put when k is equal to 0, and k is equal to 0, you know that value is also 0. So these are the basically 0 line. So then again you have to apply when k is equal to 1. So you know that k is equal to 1, the value is 0.46, something like that. These are the basically 0.46, and so on. You have to put the different value from the different you have to value is given. So plotting is coming from this pattern. I am written here. This is the basically dotted line for the 15. After the value 15, this is basically value is coming near about to the straight line. Okay, near about to the straight line, because you know that when you have to give result is given from the MATLAB, there are little bit is changes, that is 0.0 or 0.1, 0.2 fractions. Okay, something like that. So this is the basically value of yk, and this is the value of the k. Okay, is it okay? So this is the basically response of the system by the equation Gz to the Kronecker delta. Is it clear, all of you? So this is the basically that is the computational method for the inverse jet transform method calculations.
सर ये मेथड आएगा एग्जाम में?
Sorry, और एक बार.
सर इस टाइप का इनवर्स जेट ट्रांसफॉर्म मेथड आएगा एग्जाम में? क्योंकि मतलब
एग्जाम में नहीं एग्जाम में देखो ये ऐसे कुछ डायग्राम तो नहीं मतलब ड्रॉ करना पड़ेगा. मैं आप